Welcome, everybody, to a brand new side project here at the club. In conjunction with Palumbo's Pub, this is our very own Jarun Ale. Now, what makes them so special, all of these ones behind me, is that it's made from the tears of opposition supporters. So, yeah, I mean, what better way to enjoy a drink before Dinamo than by drinking the tears of their fans? And it's proving very popular, the Dinamo brew, I must say. But my favourite here is the old low-co microbrew. And let's... Actually, she's a little tangy. We might want to check the recipe on this one.
Jarune, za tebe mi dijete diše, tu je važno samo jedno, nogomet i ništa više. Jarune.
Hi guys, I'm Aussie Villain and welcome back to Jarun on the Impossible Dream. It is Season 11, Episode 5 today. We have two Champions League games. The first one is at home to Copenhagen, a must-win game. It really is. Then we are away to Monaco. If we could get a point there, that would be very good. I think we knocked Monaco out in the knockout rounds last season, didn't we? I think it was them we beat anyway. I could probably find out just by checking, couldn't I? But that would be very good if we could take 4 points from today, and that would put us up nicely for the rest of the Champions League then, I think. Now, not too much to catch you up on off the field with the transfer windows closed, not much opportunity for anything really to happen, and no new injuries, which is nice, but we did have a game against Gorica in the league, so let's go see how that went. Palumbo gave us an early lead, and it was 2-0 when Holt's cross found Madzar. We got a third just after half-time when Holt found Kovacic unmarked at the back post. Before Vasgard played in Mazzoleni to make it 4-0. And Jakubosic made it 5. So that went alright, didn't it? What a performance it was. It was more or less second string because obviously we have Champions League coming up, so it was sort of the midweek game or the in between the Champions League games. So yeah, it wasn't first choice, but you wouldn't know it by looking at that. So very nicely done. Let's have a look at the league table after that. And there we go there. We are opening up a nice little gap now. Dinamo have a game in hand, but even that game in hand only takes them to 25. So it's a good tight race for second, and a good tight race for the last European spot as well. But not so much for the last for automatic relegation. But yeah, it's going very nicely indeed now. And a quick update or reminder of the Champions League table as well. And we can see, or we can probably when I scroll down a little bit, that we're sitting okay. We've got our 4 points from 3 games, and we need to kick on now. We need to beat Copenhagen today. I think that goes without saying. And then if we can take something off of Monaco, that 4 points takes us to 8, and then we'd start to look pretty happy. I think with that, we do have Olympia Ljubljana, or however you say that, last game at home I think it is, but they've got 4 points themselves, so they're not looking quite the easy beats that I thought they were going to. So let's go see what we can do here against Copenhagen. We are expecting a bus park essentially from them, and let's have a look at the team that we're sending out. It is Pinter in goal, Monsalvo, Sanchez and Butchman as the back three, Torres down the right, Von Groningen down the left, Montel, Zinko, Govia, Mazzoleni and Sina. You will notice we're not paying them respect. We're going to go at them, really see if we can break them down, and I'm hopeful that we can. I think if you look at the way that they've set up, it kind of suggests that we should be attacking them a little bit more as well. So do we recognise any names on the team sheet there? I don't think so. We did have a bit of an overlap with Copenhagen when we were at Grindavik, didn't we? But not so much on this occasion, I don't think. We seem to do well when we take a little bit of pressure off. So if we just stick to the game plan, which I've worked very hard on, and we should be okay here. And here we go at the new stadium. A lot of suggestions. I mean, a lot of people agreeing that, yeah, the stadium looks crap. If we were to try expanding it, maybe we get a new roof on the expansion. It's just so disappointing. It's just so disappointing. Copenhagen, I should say, they do have a couple of good midfielders too that we've looked at signing. Ultimately, we've gone elsewhere. But particularly as a defensive midfielder, there was a guy there. They have a young Faroe Islander that I was actually going to sign. And I mean, who designed this place? And more so, who put the camera there? Anyway, so yeah, I mean they do have some decent players. We've got an early corner here though towards the back post. It's towards goal as well. Was it Monsalvo running back? I think I missed whose header it was. And highlight continues. Can we win that? We do eventually. Montel did well, actually, to hook it away. Von Groningen to Monsalvo. Back to Von Groningen. Nice ball for Cena. To Von Groningen. Sanchez. Montel. Back to Monsalvo. Von Groningen. What is going to happen? This has been a long old highlight at this point, hasn't it? Nice little flick on Cena. Might be offside. It's off the crossbar anyway, and he was offside. Oh, it was a good little dinky touch, wasn't it, to get it past the goalkeeper, and just couldn't get it into the back of the net. But ultimately, it wouldn't have mattered, so there we go. Now, do we have these guys marking wing-backs? We do, so let's get rid of that. Because it always gets messed up for whatever reason when there's wing-backs, as opposed to full-backs, like a flat back four. But this is a little bit of trouble here. Butchman's been sucked out of position. We've all been sucked out of position, and we've got away with that. I know you guys have said we don't look particularly strong at the back still, and I don't really know what we're doing wrong necessarily. I've tried switching around. I wonder if Butchman could play as the guy on the cover. I wonder if we just don't play someone on the cover. It's just all very confusing why we can't get ourselves solid at the back. Montel with the corner. It is flicked away. Zinko will pick it up. Zinko chips it back in. It's a good one, and it's just over the top from Gavia, I think it was, in the end. So, still scoreless. We've had same old story, more possession, more shots, no goals. Let's try demand more, perhaps. And we've got a highlight from that. I don't know if you, I'm sure a lot of you have the little update statement thing that Miles Jacobson put out for the new Football Manager, and they're getting rid of shouts, which is the reason that he gave is quite logical in that it doesn't happen instantly. Like when you shout, you don't have to wait till the ball goes out of play. So I kind of get that, but I feel like for the game's point of view, as Cena misses. For the point of view of a game, I don't have a problem with it waiting till the end of a highlight, because you know, it's a game. It's not real life. As much as they wanted to try and mimic it as much as possible, I personally don't have a problem with it. But yeah, it does sound as though they're putting a lot into it. I can't imagine, because if you don't know, they've gone to, I don't understand it, but they've gone to like the Unity game engine or something, which gives them sort of more options of what they can do. I could not imagine if you've developed the game one way for so long to try and then think of, well, what can we, like, how do we rethink this kind of thing? I'm going to go with keep going, work hard as a team, or do we go with I don't like what I just saw there? Because we've got to be better. We've just got to be better here. Yeah, it must be a nightmare to try and rethink like what to do. Because I find in my little world that I live in, trying to not fall into the same traps of doing the same thing like season after season, and I probably do, to be honest. I probably still manage to make it a bit samey, but yeah, it must be very, very difficult. Zinko wins that back for us. All right, here we go. Von Groningen. You wonder if we could get a goal. We would just need to concentrate for a second to make sure that we don't concede it straight back. There's Cena in. Cena! Oh! All right, mate. Lacko's back. Lacko can come on. He's not fully fit, but in fact, he's still got an injury. But he can't do any worse than that. Montel to Monsalvo. Sanchez to Montel. It's a nice ball from Mazzoleni to Govia. We go back again. I wonder if we just need to be a little bit more direct, maybe. Torres floats it in. It's towards... Oh, goalkeeper has gifted it to us, and it's 1-0. Zinko gets the tap in the end. I think it was Govia that was really lingering around the goalkeeper, putting him under pressure. It's a goal that we deserve. It's a goal that's been coming. It's not really the way that ideally you would want it. Yeah, it was Gavia. And yeah, that's 1-0. So we'll take that and run. And now we need to focus. I didn't get the focus shout out in time. And this was always going to go one of two ways, wasn't it? If we scored, there's a chance that we could run away with it, or there's a chance that they come instantly back. And then Aussie Villain has a little tantrum and we probably end up losing. This is nice. Lacko Oh, it's tackled away from him. Montel wins it back, though. Montel, can he get a nice ball? And he floats it towards Zinko. It's off the post, was it? It's still there, but that's a bit loopy. The goalkeeper claims that one. We'll give it a focus now. And we've got defending to do. Oh, for Christ's sake. Well, have we got away with that? I don't... You can't be offside from a corner unless someone from the header is standing in front of the goalkeeper. It was so predictable. It was just so predictable what was going to happen. Yeah, I mean, he's not offside anyway because there'd be more a foul on the goalkeeper than anything. Lacko is not pleased that I've brought him off the bench. But we are not scoring goals in Europe. I mean, look at how many shots we've had here. Okay, so let's lower the tempo. Let's try shooting on sight, and we'll maybe try exploiting the flanks. We really, really need to win this one, don't we? Let's give it a fire up, maybe. Gavia not having a good game. Could we make a change there? Mazzoleni could probably drop in there. Let's see what becomes of this, though. Zinko. Montel to Sanchez. Sanchez gets it forward. Nicely done. Ball in. It's easy for the goalkeeper. And now what becomes of this highlight? It's pumped forward. It is nodded down. We pick it up again with Gavia to Butchman. Torres. Back to Butchman. Gavia gets it tackled away. Wins it back though. Mazzoleni. It's towards Lacko, but Mazzoleni picks it back up again. Oh! We have just seen goal of the season. What a strike from Mazzoleni. It's 40 yards out, isn't it? There is no way he has scored that goal. There is absolutely nothing on here whatsoever. He's picked it up. That is goal of the season. It's our goal of the season. It's the Champions League goal of the season. Focus, boys. And in fact, what we might do is just go and close this one down a little bit. Okay, so we're putting in a DM. Gavia goes off. Alvarez comes on. Straight swap. And yeah, I mean, let's hope that is the winning goal because it certainly deserves to be. That is possibly, in terms of distance out, one of the best shots I think I've ever seen. Monsalvo is knackered. So we'll take him off for Crespi. And we're into stoppage time, of which there's 5 minutes. And we might want to start and officially close it down in terms of doing so tactically, not just switching out one player for another. Here we go with Von Groningen, though, getting forward. Look at the space he's got. Can he get a cross in? Zinko, it's bouncing around. Lacko might be onside. I'm not sure if the fullback over here, this guy was playing him on or not. I think he might be. I'm cautiously optimistic he was playing him on. He was daydreaming. He wasn't. My optimism was misplaced. This guy here, though, where is it? Top of the screen. No, it was optimistic. All right, so let's close it down. Okay, so that's been done. Crespi has come on for Monsalvo because Monsalvo was a bit tired. And there is 30-odd seconds to go here. It's arguably 30 of the biggest seconds of our season because we have to get these 3 points or else we are really, really in trouble. Already dropping points at home to Porto. We cannot afford to do it as well. To FC Kobenhavn and Von Groningen doing his best. Who was that clown? Stefano? No, Stan... I can't remember his name now. Oh! That was close. Let's focus. Come on, boys. Get this away, please. We do. And that should be that. Well, I mean, it should have been very, very convincing. But in the end, it's taken a Mazzoleni goal of the century to win that for us. Ultimately, though, they don't draw pictures, do they? They just award the 3 points, and we have them. So we have 7 points now. That is starting to get comfortable in terms of getting out of the league phase. Top 8 is there, but I don't know if we're playing quite well enough to get that, to be honest. So that is that. We secure victory, 2.4 million in the bank. Mazzoleni with the goal of his life. And, well, we'll go play through a couple of league games, and then I'll be back to show you the Monaco one. Alright, welcome back. We're in Monaco, getting ready to go here, but a couple of quick things to catch you up on. The first thing is the Yags have their quarterfinal. It's a tough one, away to Dinamo Zagreb. Now, we can hope that they don't put out a strong side either, but yeah, that is going to be a bit of an ask for us, I would have thought. And we have made a new signing as well. Now, this is one that will arrive, obviously, when the window opens again. Anton Zabo, I think is how you pronounce that. And we signed him 725 grand from Zlina in Slovakia, I think that is. Now, we triggered a release fee to get this. Couple of reasons is I don't really love our striking options right now. I feel like we're struggling for goals. So he's coming as a squad player, 9 grand a week. You can see his playing time is going to improve, or as the longer he's here, in theory, he may well be sold on before that. But this is him here. The instant downside we can see is a mercenary, but that might just mean if he's a bit easier to sell on, he's not going to want to cling on and not leave if we need to do that. He's fairly well-rounded, I think, and that is the main reason that I've signed him. There's sort of the attributes that you want him to have. He's a little bit taller as well. We haven't really got an aerial presence up front right now. We've got a couple in midfield, but maybe not up front. 26 goals and 60 appearances for Zlina. So 20-year-old Slovak. Let's see what we get. Hopefully, it'll be something useful. Before we get to the Monaco game, there is 2 games in the league to catch you up on. So let's go and do that. The first of those was against who was it? Hajduk Split. We fell behind just before half-time, and it was 2-0 midway through the second half. Before Montel's stunner pulled one back. So really disappointing. We just didn't really show up. Pinto actually made a save just before half-time, and then they still managed to score, which was annoying. Yeah, we got better. We had 60% possession. It's one of those where we just couldn't score. So we had an international break after this one. We went away. We did chance conversion, chance creation, all those sorts of training sessions that you would do. And then we faced Aussie when they got back from the international break. We fell behind early, but were instantly level when Holt crossed for Cena. Before Skolova put us ahead against 10 men. But Oziak's 10 men pulled level again before half-time. We went back in front when Basgard found Cena unmarked. Before Oziak went down to 9 men and Zinko got a 4th. So we can't really read too much into this one. In truth, we didn't defend very well to start with. They were down to 10 men after 12 minutes. Midway through the second half, they went down to 9. So, just like, what can you do? We were always going to win at that point, and we dominated the game as you would expect. Turpic did make an appearance for them off the bench. I mean, he did okay. He was a team that was multiple men down, so he can only do so much running around up front by himself, can't he? So let's have a look at what those 2 results do to the league table. And as we can see there, it's more or less as you were. Win one, lose one, and the league is fairly close in terms of competitiveness. So, yeah, everybody sort of is beating each other. Now, quick look at some of the league leaders here, perhaps. We didn't do it at the top. Gavia right up there for the Golden Boot. We dominate, as we always seem to do, the average match rating. Von Groningen and Holt both playing down that left-hand side up there in the assists, so 12 assists. Coming down our left-hand side. Holt is up there for Man of the Match awards. I think he's only played 3 games, so he's doing okay, isn't he? And Pinter is still up there for clean sheets as well. So let's go and have a look at Monaco. Unfortunately, I've clicked through the other screen, so I can't show you that one. But this is what we're doing. And it's Pinter in goal, Sanchez, Crespi, Monsalvo as the back 3, Torres and Van Groningen as the width. Alvarez comes in to play with Montel and Gavia. Mazzoleni and Lacco are the 2 up front. Everybody's fairly well rested after coming back from international duty. The one thing I did want to flag up here, speaking of international duty, is Haska has become the first Yag to be capped by his nation on a senior level. So well done, Dejan Haska, 1 cap, 18 years old. He's not doing too bad there, is he? Hopefully he'll turn up against Dinamo in the Yags. All right, so Rafa Marquez is their manager. Do you recognise any names there? I don't think we've sold anybody to Monaco. I think it was 4-3-3 we're expecting from them when I checked previously. But what do we say? Chevron. Okay, let's just no pressure here. So yeah, I think we'll see when we get in there, obviously. But that's what the scouts were predicting. And yeah, so here we go. So that's not 4-3-3, is it? It's always difficult to tell from this. Oh, well, maybe it is. Maybe that is. It's difficult to see where the midfield is sort of relative to the wingers and the attacker, I guess, to a lesser point. Although midfielders are usually behind the attacker, aren't they? But yeah, well, we'll see what we can do here. This is, I think, a bonus. I said, didn't I, at the top, 4 points from this episode would be quite good. We've got the 3, albeit not completely convincingly, against Copenhagen. So let's hope we can pick up the point here. And I think if we can do that, then maybe we can start and look towards the top 8. We've got Real Madrid to come, but we've also got Lyon and Olimpia Ljubljana, or whatever they're called. I think they're Slovenian. So there's a couple. There's probably another 4 points there as well that we could hope to get. As Von Groningen heads clear the corner. And let's see what we can do. Van Groningen actually has the international goal. He's been playing. He's got 4 caps for the senior Croatian team. And he scored a goal. Got his first international goal as well. So that's good to see him. Oh, that's picked apart. What has happened there? 6 minutes. I mean, Sanchez just has not gone with his man at all, has he? It is, you could argue, good sort of pass and move, but yeah, I mean, he's just not gone with his man. I'm really struggling. Maybe it's this version of the game as much as anything, but I'm really, really struggling to sort out the defense. Again, this back 3 did look okay for a while, didn't it? But it's falling to pieces again. There's a nice ball for Montel. Torres has it. Back to Monsalvo. Back to Torres in space. Torres to Montel. He gets it back. Alvarez. Oh, he's trying to just steamroll his way through, but we pick it up again. Alvarez. That's a better pass, but Von Groningen. Oh, it's still there somehow. Somebody do something with it. And it was all very, very scrappy, really, wasn't it? All right. We are trying to trap them on the outside. They're all very inverted, aren't they? Montel with a free kick towards the back post. It's a good one, and it's Wilson Alvarez, or is it? The ref has got his arm pointed. Put your arm away, dude. Come on. Let's make this count. It'll be Alvarez's first for the club if it does. And it does count. I think, was it offside they were worried about? It was never offside. And it's just, yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. I'm not sure if it was goalkeeper or post initially. Oh, it's their first ball in. And, yeah, well, anyway, we got away with it. It's 1-1. Alvarez is off the mark as a Jarun player. And happy days. Let's see if we can keep this going. Now, we've had absolutely no possession whatsoever. Which does make it difficult at times, doesn't it? So what can we do to try and stop that from happening? Do we try and trap them inside? There's a part of me that thinks that they've had possession but done nothing with it. They're a tiki-taka side. So I wonder if we trap them inside, if they might give the ball away a little bit. But it's not really done much to change the possession stat, has it? I certainly don't want to drop off them. If they're going to be tiki-takaing, I want them doing that in their own half and hopefully pressure them into a mistake. So 1-1 at the break. Not a great half, was it? Let's keep working hard until full time. I can get on board with that. And I'm wondering if we're struggling to play out a little bit here, maybe, and that's why we're not getting the possession that we would ideally like to have. Okay, so let's actually drop Mazzoleni in there, please, Mazzoleni. Okay, and you can be a, what do we want you to be? A shadow striker, maybe? Playing off of Lacko as the advanced man? Or could we play Lacko as a deep lying forward? Let's just try that. Sort of coming deep, to try and get the ball, and then maybe Mazzoleni running beyond the deep lying forward is what I'm thinking. Just trying essentially drop themselves back into midfield to try and help win possession, and that is just over the top. The other thing we can try and do maybe is pass into space at a higher tempo. And see if that gets us somewhere. I mean, ultimately, I'm kind of happy with 1-1. It's the point that we wanted to come here and get. But when you don't have possession, you are just kind of... oh, I don't like this. That is a cross goal, and we get away with it. All right. Let's maybe just drop it back a little bit. And we've got possession. Oh, we've got the ball. Torres, nice ball there for Crespi. That's a good pass, is it? Yes, for Govia. Lacko to Van Groningen. Mazzoleni's forward. Van Groningen cuts in, and he does do a decent save from the keeper. Didn't really get enough on that, though, did he? Let's encourage us. We still, I don't know, I sort of, don't say I give up, but I don't know what to do. I wonder if we could have an inverted winger, if that would maybe help us get people in midfield to get possession. We're late on here, but let's try. All right, let's try advance forward, but let's get Cena on, who has got a couple of goals lately. And then you can just be an attacking midfielder, maybe. What's the difference between attacking midfielder and a shadow striker? We probably just want the shadow striker, really, don't we? Because we want him to be that. Or maybe we just stick him back up front as a deep lying forward. And it'd be cruel to lose it here. Can we get a foot in there? No, we can't. Oh, he's turned well into space. Oh, and we have lost it late on. Demand more. All right, so what we'll also do here is we'll go and stick Gavia back up there. We'll sort of be a little bit more attacking than we would normally be. Haska's in a good place right now, so you can come on and be a Mazzella. And Montel can go back and be the deep-lying playmaker. Ah, that is such a pain in the bum. So late on. It's the 89th minute. And, I mean, in truth, we were probably clinging on for quite a while. But, yeah, he's just... It's almost like he's used Siger there as just a bit of a defensive block. We've got a kick-off highlight. Can we make anything of this? Van Groningen gets it forward. It is... Oh, I thought it was going to just bounce our way for a second then. Van Groningen turns into space. Can he get across in? Cena's forward. We go back to Sanchez for Montel. Oh, just a little bit too much faffing about. It's Cena! It's a goal! Steven Cena, no! Put your friggin' flag down. That's going to stand, isn't it? Surely that's going to stand. He's offside. I think he's offside. I'm playing it back in my head. He's offside. Ah! Cena! He's a mile off. Stay on side, dude. We've got a corner. Montel to the back post. It's flicked away. Van Groningen's there. He's everywhere, Van Groningen, isn't he? Or Von Groningen. There it is for Montel! Oh! We were too defensive. We could have won that in stoppage time. And we've lost. Oh, that's a heartbreaker, isn't it? That's, yeah. So, there we go. It could have been a nice juicy 8 points from 5 games. Instead, it's 7. We still need a win. I still think we have the game against Ljubljana there, which should be a win realistically. But Lyon is the other one to come, and then Real Madrid. Now, Real Madrid, I think we can write off. Lyon, maybe we could take a point there. So we fall to late defeat. The response to falling behind, though, was quite good, wasn't it? And so that is that. If you've enjoyed that, thumbs up. Subscribe if you're new. We'll come back next time for the quarter-final against Dinamo, and then it's Real Madrid at home. That is very much a bonus game. The last 2 games are away from home. So maybe not quite the give-me's that I thought they would be. But anyway, the other thing, there was a question about how the other teams are doing in Europe. We go and have a look here. The Europa League, all 5 got through. So we've got Osijek there in 15th. So they're looking decent enough to get through. Where is Dinamo? Dinamo is, oh, they're there in 27th, so they've got work to do. And then in the Conference League, we had 2 teams here as well. Slaven Belupo flying high, that's good to see. And the other team that got through here was Hajduk, and they're looking okay to progress as well. So yeah, the league is definitely getting better, but yeah, we need to do a little bit better ourselves, don't we? Until then, guys, I've been Aussie, and thank you so much for watching. Take care.